Hello and welcome back to the House of Monkeys. It's October in this Preston North End save, and we've got some big games coming up in this month. We've got Newcastle, Crystal Palace in the league, then we've got Olympic Lyon in the Europa League phase, then Brentford and Manchester United then in the Carabao Cup fourth round. Can our title defence continue? That is the big question. So without further ado, I will show you where we are on the table. So we're currently sitting 5th and we're sitting in 8th in the Europa League. So very much in good positions. I'm very happy where we are. The team is playing phenomenally well. Everybody seems to be linking and playing very well together at 2, which I'm really pleased to see. Some of those people that we brought in over the summer have now started to settle in, integrating into the team, and covering off some of my loans. They're looking quite good too, having some experience. One of them I'm going to have to look at, which is Ossa Coombs. He's not playing as much with Southampton as we'd like, so it's one of those that I'm going to have to chase that manager up and tell him to start playing some of our players. So it was 1-1 against Newcastle, and it, of course, our previous striker, Harry Gray, was the one to bag a goal against us. Typical. Absolutely typical in it. Ex-player, and he gets one against us. Obviously, that's going to happen a lot more, I think, every time we play Newcastle. I'm going to have to watch out for him. Of course, ex-Preston player, it hurts a bit. But good to see that he got a goal nonetheless. But we were highly resilient, and we did manage to pull one back. Newcastle are always a decent side on this save so far. I mean, they won the Premier League a couple of seasons ago, and they've built a very good team. I feel we did ourselves proud in getting a goal back. Plus, we're on an undefeated run, don't forget either, because in the league we seem to either win or draw at the moment, which is great. Absolutely love that. So we're having a very good start to this season, as well as competing in the Europa League, and then of course with our Carabao Cup kicking off too. So I was quite surprised to see Cherky and there's a couple of players that Newcastle have picked up from other teams. It was quite I should have a look a bit more into what other teams are doing in terms of the transfer markets, just to have a look at who they're buying, who they're selling. And it was a great goal from Zimas, who is scoring just out for fun at the moment. He's really stepped up and started banging in those goals, which is great. And then we played Crystal Palace next in the league, and we suffered our first defeat. As I said in a previous episode, I feel Crystal Palace are our rivals at the moment. They seem to be in and around the positions we're in terms of the league, and then we always either seem to draw or suffer a defeat from them, and this one was a bit of a smash-in for us. I mean, I don't know what Seaman was doing there in goal, but that put them on the front foot, and it just continued from there really. Crystal Palace really dominated this game, which was really frustrating. But you can't win them all, and the fact that we've gone that long into October without being defeated in the league was really good as well. Hopefully we can continue to win and to get points that'll push us into the top 5 places, because that's my aim. But 3-0, suffering a 3-0 defeat does set you back a bit, but hopefully when you play the next game or the games after, you just want to get back into winning ways. Hate losing, but it does happen. And that was their second goal, and then their third goal was coming up right now. Very hard to take. Like I say, we've been playing well against a lot of different teams previously, so to suffer defeat like this was a bit of a shock to the system, but I'm going to ensure this isn't going to be a repeated loss that into the future sort of thing. Don't want us to keep losing from then on. So I think our next game then was Olympic Lyon in the Europa League, and we started off really well against them. I feel we could have had more goals. It was one of those where literally the crossbar or the post was helping the goalkeeper, which is typical. We had a lot of shots, quite a few on target, so their keeper did a phenomenal game, even though he let 2 in, and Ben Doak kicking us off 1-0 into the lead. And I'm quite surprised, because Lyon are a good side. I mean, all these teams are, in terms of competing in the Europa League. They're very good teams, but Olympique Lyon are towards the bottom of this league phase table, so I don't know if they're just out of position, not playing well, or if this is indeed just not their season. But we'll capitalise on that. The fact that we won 2-0 pushes us back to where we need to be, keeps us in those top 8 places, because that's my aim on this one. Is I know the board said to get quarterfinals at least, so it's good to see us progressing to that way. And Zimas again with another beautiful goal, top right corner, and that ensures our 2-0 victory against Lyon, pushing us up that table. And then we face Brentford. And this is a goal. What a goal this is. Just watch this. Absolute wonder volley from Guirassy. I was so impressed with that. Laying it off his chest was Andrew Santos, and then a volley from Guirassy sending us 1-0 up against Brentford, who do actually beat us. They beat us quite a few times, so to get a win against them is good in itself as well. I think they're in the Europa League with us and they're not doing that well. So the fact that we went into winning ways again in the league after that 3-0 loss against Crystal Palace was brilliant for us. Like I say, Zimas is scoring a lot of goals, and another player is Holland is still playing very well. I mean, that was a well taken goal from Zimas. It's going to be hard. I'm going to have to offer him a contract just to keep him on, because I feel if he continues in this form, there'll be teams knocking on the door in January wanting to buy him off us, and I don't want to be losing players at the moment. I feel I've got a team, a very good team together at the moment, and it's like becoming increasingly difficult in terms of how do you strengthen that team now as well. So I know we've run out of budget. It'll be interesting to see what happens in January, but yeah, that'll be my main aim, is to keep this team now and try and figure out how we improve the squad as well. January's far down the road yet though. And as you can see, unfortunately, we've been knocked out of the Carabao Cup, so our title defence is at an end. Kobe Mainoo given a very good goal to Manchester United, and yeah, we're out of the cup, I'm afraid. So that's our title defence ended early, I think. I mean, we only entered round 3, so won that match, and then literally before we could get a good cup run going again, we've been knocked out. But we did get a goal from K Furrow, which is good. Helps his confidence, because he's not scored that many in comparison to Zimas. So hopefully with this goal that he gets in this match, builds his confidence and sets him on his way. Because he is a good player. I feel we've got a good secondary option striker, because obviously we lost Harry Gray, so the fact that Furrow's come in, and he seems to be a very good player, so that was a good choice and a good scout from my scouts. And like I say, not a good game against Manchester United at all. I thought we might have been on for a hiding after that second goal went in, but we did come back, like I say, through Furrow, but I think it was too late in the game, which is unfortunate. You just kind of know sometimes when the game's gone against you. You just have that inkling, that feeling, and I think this was one of those matches where I thought, yep, get a goal back, but I think it's just too late into the game for us. Like I say, our title defence is at an end, but at least it allows us to focus more on the Europa League and the Premier League, because we are doing 2 fantastic jobs on those leagues. And like I say, Furrow, it was a decently taken goal as well on the volley set up by Baum. But it wasn't to be, so that's unfortunate for us. Hopefully next season we can win a trophy, or focus on winning different trophies this season. So we're sitting 5th in the Premier League. Very happy with that. Form could be better, but we're 3 points off Chelsea, who've played an extra game, and we're not even close to the bottom. So I feel a top 5 finish is in the realms of possibility. Of course, that's dependent on if we can keep this form running. There is still a lot of the season left to play. So let's have a look at what a recap of October. So the 1-1 draw with Newcastle, 3-0 loss against Crystal Palace, the 2-0 win against Lyon, and then the 2-1 win against Brentford, and then finally 2-1 loss against Manchester United. November's looking quite good as well. I feel Bayer Leverkusen in the Europa League is going to be a big test for us because they're such a good German side. We've got Sheffield United, who have just been promoted into the Premier League. Got Nottingham Forest, Arsenal, last year's champions. So that's going to be a big match too. And then Young Boys in the Europa League then as well. So like I say, we're sitting comfortably in 5th in the league, and then we're sitting comfortably in 5th in the Europa League. So nice little pattern going on there. So we're not too far behind those that are towards the top, like Rangers and Copenhagen. So Leverkusen are on 6 points as well, so they are below us in the table. And Olympic Lyon, like I say, aren't doing too well at all. And Young Boys are quite further down on the table too. So I feel they are kind of must-wins for us, that one against Young Boys. Bayer Leverkusen is going to be a big test as a Deutsch side. And like I say, our title defence in the Carabao Cup came to an abrupt end with a 2-1 loss against Manchester United. So we've held it the once, we've made the final the once. I think this might be the earliest we've been knocked out since I've been playing this save. I could be wrong, but it feels a very early exit in the 4th round. But as you can see, a lot of my team is wanted, so I'm going to have to try and keep hold of these players because, like we were saying earlier, I feel we've established such a good team. Ian Holland is our top assister with 5 assists, 2 goals. Zimas with 9 goals, and 5 of them are in the Premier League, so 5 and 8 for him. He's turning out to be such a wonderful striker for us this season, and like K Furrow is scoring in a lot of his games too, and then Gurasi on the left who's come into this team this season as well. So I feel we've got the players. It's just keeping hold of them, and then, like I say, having a look at how we improve that as well. And we're looking at the data. We're 1.1 in the GA X goal thing, so that's the highest I've seen it for us ever since I've been looking at the data. And our goal analysis, we seem to place our shots a lot. The 44 goals and then 33 as powerful shots. Really interesting, these little data parts. See if we can keep banging in those goals is the main thing, because we're doing really well. I'm really surprised with how well we're doing this season in the fact that we've got the Europa League as well, in addition to all the other cup competitions that we have going on. So thank you for watching. I shall see you next time. Stay cheeky.